Hello, hi there. I'm Roy. Welcome back to this next. It's not a tutorial. It's more like explaining something that is bringing confusion to the community, which is not that hard to understand. So, bienvenido otra vez a la comunidad de Roy en YouTube. Este no va a ser un tutorial como tal, es más bien un video explicativo de los materiales PBR, Physically Based Render, right? So Unreal Engine 4 with the awesome graphics, it has PBR capabilities. So in here, I will try to explain really easy about roughness, specular, metallic, base color, right? And glossiness, right? Reflectivity also. So in here I have this UE4 sampler static mesh with 4 different instances of a PBR based material, right? I just have color and then a few nodes, just base color and then metallic, specular, roughness, and ambient occlusion. There is no texture applied to it. This is just to explain the basics, right? You don't make this happen, just plug and play one vector parameter, right? This is just for teaching purpose, right? Also the ambient occlusion, right? So I have made up 4 instances based on this material. So in here you can see this object right here has just the base color and the ambient occlusion, right? With so if I got the roughness to 0, most likely nothing happened, right? If I go back again to 1, which is the maximum, it stays the same, right? Because you have the ambient occlusion. But check it out. If I got the ambient occlusion to 0.1, you see what happened? All right. Why it went almost black? Why? Right? Now it's black, completely black, right? Because ambient occlusion is like how lights bounce, right? So if I go 1, which is the maximum, it will give me the full color of the object, right? Which you don't need roughness because by standard is rough already, right? So this is the if I change color, it looks matte, right? It looks matte. See? So if you lower the ambient occlusion, you could set something like opacity, but Unreal Engine doesn't look this as opacity, right? Opacity is another thing to speak about it, right? So la oclusión del ambiente, si no hay luz, no lo ves. If there's no light, then it's black, right? If there's light, if you turn on the light, then you can see it, right? So see this ambient occlusion as playing with how lights affects the object, right? Ambient occlusion. So 1, I mean, you can have 16, but nothing's gonna happen, right? Because 1 is the maximum. All right. And also with the roughness, right? Okay. So let's go back to the original color, right? All right. So now in here I have full specular. Let me open this one. So in here I have ambient occlusion and full specular. And you see, oh, why specular have reflectivity? Because it should have 100% specular means reflectivity, right? It's not just gloss. You see that light point right there? Specular is not just for that. Specular means also reflectivity, right? So if you go to a lower specular level, you don't have that much reflectivity, but you still have the glossiness, right? the gloss in it. And also same goes with the ambient occlusion. If you have less ambient occlusion, but you have the specular, you see, you have less light affecting the object, but because we have light in the environment, we see the reflection of the environment because we have light in the environment, right? All right, so that's the specular, right? And this is the metallic. This is the metallic value, 100% metallic, right? All right. Same with the metallic. If I go 0 with the ambient occlusion, what happened? Right here. Same as the other ones, black, because there is no light affecting the object. I'm telling the engine, I don't want light to affect this object. So if there's no lining affecting the object, then you won't have the object. It will go pitch black, right? But because it's metallic and we have light in the environment, you could see some reflection going on because we have light in the environment, right? All right. So that's the metallic. Now, if you need an object to have reflection, you don't need to use the metallic value. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of resources. Let me explain why. If I have this, right, which I won't alter these materials, you have metallic, specular, and roughness, right, which is the standard one. So in here I have a sampler one to play with it. All right, so what happened? Let's just make this one same as his brother, right? All right. So what happens when you go pitch black, like in color, not in ambient occlusion, in color, right? Let's go black. We have metallic on, right? Let's go black. What happened? All right. All right. I'm just leaving you think why black or darker colors don't work with metallic. So let's say you have a plastic like the PS3, right? The PlayStation 3, the first one that come up, the bulky one, which is plastic, but it's nice and shine on top of it, right? Or like any other plastic that you can have that is shine. That's when you need specular. So if I shut down the melodic value and have specular, you see, now you can have black with reflectivity, which there's a bunch of plastic black with reflectivity like the PlayStation 3. Like the top of the PlayStation 3 is black, but it got reflection, right? It's not a metallic value,